What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. Let's get right into a very entertaining episode of Monday Night Raw. Actually, before we do that, I would like to take a moment of silence for a legend in the WWE business, Scott Hall, who unfortunately passed away earlier today.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Fuck. It's tough. I guess it kind of happened right before the show or during the show. I don't know. It was kind of confusing. I didn't really catch up on everything that happened and whatnot, but prayers go out to him and his family. A lot of people are really impacted by his passing. But
Oh, absolutely.
that's for another video. This is Raw, and the road to WrestleMania continues, right?
Yeah,
So
here we go.
we got to kick this thing off hot, and Kevin Owens did just that, bringing up Stone Cold Steve Austin's answer to his WrestleMania bout for the Kevin Owens show at this year's WrestleMania. During all this, I think the crowd found out about the passing of Scott Hall, so I think they didn't pay a tribute to open up Raw. They just did the date of his birth to 2022 with a picture of Scott Hall opening the show. So in remembrance of him, but I don't think the crowd was shown that. But for some reason, they were shown that during Kevin Owens' promo, and it kind of got really quiet, and fans were looking away and looking at their phones. So kind of feel bad for Kevin Owens because he was cutting a hell of a promo about this year's WrestleMania and Stone Cold. So I don't know, man. He kind of didn't get the reaction that I was thinking he should have because he was on fire kicking off the show.
Oh, absolutely. It's a shit situation. I feel bad for Kevin Owens. I feel bad for the Hall family. It's just sucky to see, a legend like that pass away, and there's never a good time for it. But I do feel bad for Kevin Owens, who had to kick off the show to kind of a silent crowd.
Yeah. But you know what? He made up with it later in the night, but we will get to that. So let's continue next. So it's the saga between Finn Balor and Damien Priest. So Finn Balor, of course, your new United States champion. It was an all right match. Title wasn't on the line. I feel, they can just keep continuing this. I wish they didn't have a match tonight. I wish they did something different, but as Priest did grab the win, Austin Theory was actually on commentary. Not sure why Theory was out on commentary for this match. Um, isn't he facing Pat McAfee at Mania? I don't know.
Yeah, I was
Really
hoping
don't.
that Pat McAfee just came out and absolutely attacked him, but we didn't see that.
I don't know. But it didn't really make sense. And also what didn't make sense, Omos taking on Commander Aziz. I see what they're trying to do, but they're kind of stretching it out a little bit too much. It was about, that I think we will see continue in the next few weeks or so, Omos grabbing a win and then even choke slamming Apollo Crews after his match versus Aziz. So I think it's more filler that I don't really care about. It was all right. It was all right. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But
I agree with you, man. It was just kind of an M match. I wanted to see these two behemoths square off, throw some vicious blows, but it was just kind of more of the same, seeing Omos dominate. So I don't know what WWE is doing with him. Hopefully they have a good match from at WrestleMania, because they really need to have him do something strong while he's got this hot streak going.
and honestly, I'm not feeling that power, man. I'm not feeling that type of Braun Strowman just decimating the Raw roster. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's just not happening right. I
Yeah, it
don't know.
almost seems forced. It almost seems forced.
It does.
Not right.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It almost seems forced. But without further ado, let's jump to our next segment. Liv Morgan and Zelina going one-on-one. A heated match that it's been building up for the past few weeks, especially last week. But Carmella failing to live up to, of course, her end of this friendship as Zelina blames her for losing to Liv Morgan tonight. And then for some reason, Seth Rollins comes down the ring, which kind of, invites us to the next segment with Seth Rollins and inviting Kevin Owens to the ring for his idea to get himself on this year's WrestleMania card. But there was a backstage segment with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins before all this even happened, which it was a good promo. But Rollins suggests he hosts a talk show with Stone Cold at this year's WrestleMania. And Kevin Owens doesn't like the idea. And he's like, hey, I'm hosting the Kevin Owens show. I don't know what you think you're doing. As Seth says, they have a match and the winner hosts their own show at WrestleMania with Steve Austin. And then Sony comes out and makes it official, I guess. But basically it's Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, and whoever wins has their own show at WrestleMania, and the guest is Stone Cold. But I think we all know Kevin Owens is still gonna stay out on top, but we'll get back to that. That is our main event. So we're gonna go next. The Hurt Business taking on Rey Mysterio and Dominic. This was more 50-50 booking, right? Half and half. Miz and Logan Paul on commentary. I did like them on commentary. Of course, the Mysterios, they did get the win. That's why I said 50-50 booking. Miz and Logan trying to attack Rey and Dominic after the match. But they actually weren't able to get the upper hand with Rey and Dominic. Just too hot to lose momentum as the Miz and Logan Paul, they were just decimated, man, by the father and the son. And I actually like seeing Rey and Dominic working well. They're usually the ones that are beat down on Raw, but this week it was Logan Paul and Miz, the ones that were beat down. Now that's interesting, right?
Yeah, I was absolutely going to agree with you on that. It was great to see Rey and Dominic stand tall, and I think this was a great building segment to their feud at WrestleMania ending. And I don't know who's going to win that match after seeing the Mysterio stand tall tonight.
I don't know, man. I think WWE is going to make us happy. I think it's just a one-time thing for Logan Paul, and that's the end of it. But
Yeah, here we go.
we'll wait. Under 3 weeks away, WrestleMania.
Oh, dude,
But
I
keep
can't
moving
wait.
forward. Oh yeah. Edge coming down, cutting a promo with new music, playing the heel once again in his upcoming match with Styles at WrestleMania. So just more hype for them two at WrestleMania. So I think that is going to steal the show. I think we have some more on Edge that we just haven't seen yet, and we are seeing a different Edge, and I'm pumped for that at WrestleMania. I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
I think everybody is.
Yeah, man, I could definitely see this as Edge's last match in the WWE. So I think he's going to want to go out with a bang. And I couldn't think of a better opponent for him than AJ Styles. These two are going to go to war, and I cannot wait to see it.
For real. For real. I think it's the perfect competitor for Edge. So speaking of two men that can work well together, like what Edge and AJ will do in the ring at WrestleMania, let's talk about Bianca and Doudrop going head to head once more. Dude, these two can put on a hell of a show.
Oh, you said it.
Bianca hitting a KOD to get a win, but Becky attacking her after the match. This is just incredible. Putting a chair around her neck, throwing her against the ring post outside of the ring. It was refreshing seeing Becky get some lash on Bianca after what Bianca did to her last week with her hair on her ribs, which was just insane. But you know what? I like this back and forth. And also with Doudrop, she's the one that's being put in the fray between Becky and Bianca. And you know what? It's a push for Doudrop. So I think we're headed in the right direction with that, giving Doudrop some time while we're building up a WrestleMania card with Bianca and Becky Lynch.
Oh, dude, I totally agree with you. I must say, I don't want to see any more neck stuff with chairs after what we saw with Big E on Friday Night SmackDown. It gave me weird flashbacks. The good news about Big E, just really quick, is he's doing better. I am keeping updated on his Instagram post. It seems like he's in good spirits, so let's hope for the best for him.
For sure, man. So in good spirits, let's talk about Randy Orton throwing a party for him and Riddle's win last week, regaining those Raw Tag Team Champions. Orton just does not know how to throw a party. But the Street Profits coming out challenging the duo as Riddle actually likes the idea, but says, you know what, we're going to accept that, and it's going to happen at WrestleMania.
Oh, here we go.
Cool. I guess it was kind of forced, but they need a match. But we do see Montez Ford take on Riddle in singles action to continue Monday Night Raw. Both, of course, with great athleticism. But Chad and Otis attacking Orton and Dawkins, of course. Ringside, then going for Riddle and Ford, and this causes a disqualification. So you know what? Seeing the Alpha Academy look strong, man, I'll take it. I will.
Oh, absolutely. I think this is going to be a triple threat tag team match at WrestleMania for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And I think this is a great booking for all three teams. And I think that the Street Profits are going to retain the gold, actually take the gold, I should say, at WrestleMania.
Agreed, man. Agreed. I don't know how much longer we're going to see Riddle and Randy Orton, continue this, but hey, if the Street Profits take the win, I really don't care. I don't.
I just want to see a good match.
I do too. And what we see for our main event, guys, this was a good match. Rollins out next to the head of Kevin Owens, who is still questioning, of course, why they need to fight, which lead both men ended up arguing over a spot at WrestleMania. Match, of course, starts. It was a bang, man. It started with a bang. A great fight with these two. Seth, he could just sell anything. And man, his tope suicida or dive through the ropes that he did through this match, it was just the game changer. Seth almost putting away Kevin Owens, not once, not twice, not thrice, but literally almost 7 times while the prize fighter hits a stunner, keeping his spot at WrestleMania as the host of the Kevin Owens show and special guest Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, let me ask you, is Kevin Owens going to hit a stunner on Stone Cold come WrestleMania?
Oh no, Stone Cold's gonna hit that stunner and the place is gonna go ballistic. But you know what? I have a great idea for Seth Rollins to be in Mania. Just put him in that women's tag team championship match because we all know nobody cares about that. He just, I mean, it's just so shit, and I cannot continue to talk about it. Put him
He
in
just
that
came
women's tag.
out of nowhere, and it's just like, hey, screw the women. Hey guys, here's Seth Rollins. You know what I mean? Like what?
He's gonna win those championships in a handicap match. That's what's gonna happen at WrestleMania. There's his WrestleMania match that he wanted.
Sure, have him face Nia Jax, right?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right, let's end this, dude. Before I go on, because I'm just not happy with the way the women's division's going. But that's okay. What do we got next? We have SmackDown Saturday. We will keep everybody updated on what's going down in WWE. Sad time for the passing. We do have a couple Hall of Fame inductees, Booker
Oh
T's
yeah,
wife.
man.
So we could start talking about that because we are going to have some random people thrown into the Hall of Fame this year, which happens every year. Just random people just thrown in there. But I'll take it.
Yeah, man, I'm here for it. Let us know what you guys thought about the show. Always like, comment, subscribe. We will see you for a Friday Night SmackDown, like Matthew said, and a NASCAR race recap. So stay posted, you guys. Thanks for supporting us, and we will see you next time. Peace out.
Easy peasy. Peace out, boys and girls.
Hey, yo.